Hello friends, my name is Shamali Chanda. I am a consultant in corporate training and education domains and have been so for the last 23 years. I am extremely honored to be a speaker in the Curiosity Conference 2020. Today, I would be discussing about the future of learning strategy in a changing world. So let's begin. So how does our changing world look like? See, in this time of COVID or the pandemic, we are actually having a hard time. So if we talk about our learning strategy and what will the future look like, so we have to really, think what will our learners learn and how will they learn in the future. So if we consider that in mind, then we should say that the future of learning strategy will be completely different in this ever-changing world. See, currently, we are going through an unprecedented times due to this COVID-19 crisis worldwide. We are all in uncharted territories and still grasping with a world that is now changing rapidly. To be precise, change is the new normal today. And if we can say, it is the only constant that we have. What does that mean? How is life in the times of COVID-19? Specifically, for our training and learning world. As the days pass by, with no immediate solution to stop the outbreak of COVID-19, millions of learners have been impacted worldwide. School and university closures have a big impact on the continuity of learning for the learners. It also engenders far-reaching economic and societal consequences. So, we are really in a very, very testing times. In this time of crisis, a multi-pronged learning strategy is what is needed for the capacity building of minds and for building a resilient education system in the long term. So, with the right learning strategy, we can make an impact on the employability, productivity, health, and of course the well-being of the learners. So, the risk of COVID-19 and its impact on learning strategy is evolving daily. Needless to say, the pandemic has transformed the centuries-old chalk talk learning strategy, one driven by technology. Because we cannot be physically present in a classroom, or we cannot go for an instructor-led training, virtual or online training is the new normal. So, it is the technology which will drive our future of learning. Now, technology is enabling ubiquitous access, personalization of education, even in the remotest parts of the country. Technology can revolutionize the world of learning and increase the effectiveness of learning and training in the changing world. Hence, surviving on digital is the new norm. It is actually not difficult to see why the use of technology has gained wide acceptance and popularity in a rather short span of time. By making learning and training available 24/7 at a pace suitable to different learners, technology has made learning easy for everyone. Today, online learning has become the trendsetter. are talking about digital or online learning as the future learning strategy, few points that we have to keep in mind are that learners need to know, well, the emphasis is really on the learners, so they need to know why and how they learn and be empowered to take ownership of their learning. Creativity, innovation, and challenge is the key to engaging students in a virtual world. Learning strategy should focus on how to drive engagement at scale while ensuring inclusive learning solutions and tackling the digital divide. Well, you see, digital divide are two big words in this virtual world. There are far-reaching corners of the earth where really people do not have access to technology or digital media. So how will they learn? How will they access the virtual platforms? What will be the future of their learning in this world? So we have to erase the digital divide, and we have to see that, whatever strategy we actually envision or we formulate, learning strategy should really reach each and every student so that it strengthens them and their learning. Mapping out a scope and sequence of socio-emotional learning skills is an important aspect of the strategy in order to increase emotional intelligence, leading to decreased emotional distress and improved academic and social performance. It is also important to reconsider the current delivery and pedagogical methods in school and higher education by seamlessly integrating classroom learning with online learning modes to build a unified learning system. Only then these online learning or digital learning will be beneficial to the future of the learners. Keeping an eye on the future, let's now look at some major learning strategies we have to implement when we are talking about online learning. The first of them is to build an inquiry-based learning network. Through inquiry-based learning, learners develop the skills and attitudes that are required for them to become self-directed, lifelong learners. Engagement is substantially increased, and therefore, so is the learning experience. Inquiry-based learning encourages learners to probe with thoughtful questions, develop curiosity, make sense of what they have been taught, and of course develop new understandings about the world around them. See, learners pretty much learn fast, and they are also able to retain more information when the subject matter pertains to them on a personal level. Only then they will take definitive actions. So we have to make the learning experiential. Experiential learning encourages learners to collaborate effectively in groups. It develops real-life leadership skills, improve critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and decision-making. It also helps them to adapt and persevere through changing circumstances, setting learners up for real life and future success. Another important learning strategy that we should encourage in future is to apply transformative learning. Now, transformative learning incorporates problem solving and deductive reasoning techniques and engages social and emotional intelligence with the hopes of creating a learning environment that is focused. Transformative learning encourages learners to connect learning to the world beyond the walls of the virtual classroom. It allows them to have opportunities for social discourse, It also helps to enhance their communication and interaction skills. Of course, transformative learning develops kindness, empathy, and caring dispositions for real life and future success. So these learning experiences, learners are also exposed to diversity, collaboration, and communicating with different people, and are also exposed to different perspectives, new cultures, and environments. After all, in a virtual world, learners cannot meet other learners physically. All their communications are based on this virtual platform. And everything related to diversity, related to new cultures, the environment around them, all these are tantamount to shape the way they learn, connecting theory and practice that allows them to step outside of their comfort zones and experience something unfamiliar, which is what they are facing now in these changing times. Now, let me also say that one important learning strategy that we have to, well, have to is in all capital, that we have to introduce in future is immersive learning. Immersive learning is the process of learning with the usage of a simulated or artificial environment. The environment enables the learners to completely get immersed in the learning and in a way that feels like experiencing an actual learning environment. You can say that immersive learning equates simulated and controlled learning situations and multiplied that experience in a virtual realistic world. Now, immersive learning uses a technology that optimizes how the brain learns to enrich learners' experience and increase efficiency of learning. So there are, lot of advantages when we are talking about immersive learning. Immersive learning can be fun because learners know what they are getting into, and there is a self-driven motivation to learn. It is like learn and have fun. So because they are experiencing it in person in a virtual world, it is a kind of sense stimulation for them. And of course, they can do the experimentation and practice learning by doing. There are several methodologies like storytelling or gamification that enhances their learning. And these modules are very short. They have the mobility. They are mobile compatible. They can be just-in-time learning. And most important, learners are free from that fear or the phobia of failure. They have a right to fail safely and then learn again. So, immersive learning uses a technology that optimizes how the brain learns to enrich the learner's experience, and it increases the efficiency of learning. Thanks to all the technological innovations, online immersive learning is becoming more common and more effective these days. Imagine everything you can do through immersive learning. Well, immersive learning helps learners to combat the increasing distraction experienced by them. They build muscle memory. It provides experiences that closely emulate a real-world situation and enable practice physically within it. It also engages to greater learning satisfaction and make it an enjoyable experience. This technology is massive and it is going to take learning to new heights. Now, when we are talking about immersive learning, and I will just, talk a bit more about this. There are four ways of immersive learning: augmented reality, virtual reality, simulation, and 360-degree videos. So, you see, nowadays, the augmented reality or virtual reality, or together you can say, the use of artificial intelligence, that is very, very predominant nowadays. When you are talking about the kind of learning where you have a very high stake for personal learning, any kind of immersive learning becomes a privilege for the learners. Finally, I would like to use this infographic to sum up what future of learning would be like, what COVID-19 could mean for the future of learning. Systems are more brittle than what it seems now, which is evident from the recent developments in the learning world. We didn't have the foresight for preparedness to be surprised. And it is just like, taking a swimmer, a novice, and throwing that person right into the water and tell him or her, learn to swim, without telling him or her how to swim. Because there was no preparedness, no foresight. We are just thrown into this COVID-19 world. But now, we have to prepare for real as well as some invisible risks. We have to understand that the future is not binary. We have to take current practices, marry them with new ones, and abandon those which are not relevant. Yes, many of the current strategies in learning and training will actually be obscure in future. So it does not mean that you have to completely throw away the current learning practices. No, take the best current learning practices, make them better, and abandon what isn't, what is not relevant. What we really need is a transformation at the ways we perceive things, and practices and implement the changes in the way learning is important. See, engagement is key. Design a future system towards equity. Tailor learning to actually suit the needs of the learners. There are critical uncertainties, of course, but you have to find an approach to deal with it. Scale up. What we really need, as I stated, is transformation. Interrogate old visions and come up with new visions. And of course, don't forget that visions can be long-term and short-term. What are we going to achieve now? What are we going to achieve in future? These are important questions that we need to ask ourselves while formulating a learning strategy for future. So, to sum up, I would say that change is constant. So engage and think differently. And this think differently term is not only for the learners, it is also for the teachers, the service workers, even for the parents, everyone basically. Because as I stated, in my first slide, change is the only constant. So learning can happen anywhere. Learning is going to happen online. And of course, people have to adapt to this kind of future. in the coming times. Hence, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would say that since these are critical times, and of course, we are engulfed by uncertainties, change is constant, so we need to embrace that. Together, we can define the future of learning by adapting to new technologies, changing our mindset, and be prepared with new learning strategies. Ask these questions boldly. What are the new priorities of our education system? Where are learners going to be? How willing are we to change to a virtual mode of education? Can we sustain with a new technology-driven system? How might we design future learning strategy towards equity? And then be ready for a brave new world of learning. So I would like to specially thank and acknowledge the industry experts and colleagues for their support and contribution. Annie Zhang, Renku Chatterjee, and I have borrowed from the articles of Tara Barton and KnowledgeWorks, University of Kansas. So thank you again, and you can contact me in my mail or check out my website here. Adieu, have a good day, and be prepared to face a brave new world. Thanks all. Bye-bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, be prepared to face a brave new world. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.